everybody. So basically, I am headed to the Moon House this morning. It's kind of a last minute thing. We've got a structural engineer coming out to meet us so that we can check some loads and stuff for the upstairs, converting that existing attic space into living space. We've got to make sure that we can handle that load up there. So that is beyond my expertise. We need an engineer to look at that. So we're gonna go meet the engineer. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're at the Moon House and we've got the engineer here. We're gonna look at some loads and y'all follow me up the rickety 90-year-old ladder in flip-flops while filming and hope nothing bad happens. Oh yeah, this is really safe while filming in flip-flops. Okay, y'all haven't seen up here before, so it's just an attic, but it's got a lot of head clearance. And we're looking at doing some living space over here, but we've got to see if that will work structurally and what we need to do structurally to make that work. And we've got to add some windows up here to get some light in and also for egress. So we're gonna see how it all goes.
The other thing about the bedroom space is you've got a minimum height.
80 inch.
So you really,
We can put in some knee walls just to make it not feel so awkward.
I don't think you have to.
You just leave it. Or we could even build in like some shelving or cabinets or something to just make it useful.
So those are 2x6s. Let me look at my span tables real quick.
Okay. I love this little window. It's so cute. Jared, I think we could keep this original window here and maybe just come in with like a fixed window. You know, like they do for stained glass windows.
Oh, yeah.
They just layer another window on top of it. Because this actually, it's either not in there very well or it almost looks like it's supposed to open, but I don't see any hinges for it to be a casement.
Yeah, they're a little undersized.
Okay.
For that span.
Are those 2x6s?
Yeah.
Okay.
For this span, they're supposed to be 2x10s for floor joist.
Okay.
So they're a little undersized.
Is there anything we can do?
Yeah, you can
okay.
remedy that several different ways. Yeah, I mean, you could pull this floor up and double them up.
Okay.
Or you could go ahead and add a 2x10 next to it, just sister it to it. Okay. And you'd raise the floor up.
I'd rather double them up and just pull this up and double them up because you can put this right back.
Yeah. So
or recycle it and use it for something else if you want to put OSB down.
For this type of use in this space, whether it's bedrooms or just type of recreational area.
Okay.
And that's with a minimum dead load, and the dead load would be everything that's sitting in here. Okay. You wouldn't want to pile up, pool table or anything like that. Yeah. Because we're trying to get to the minimum, and that is current building codes. This was built before all the modern building codes were done. It's built well. It's built real well. Yeah. It just doesn't meet some of the deflection requirements because there's for this span, the tables are based on deflection, and for the use, this would not meet the span requirements or the deflection requirements. Okay. So that's why we split it up.
So that would be okay for in here for any kind of living space, but if we want to do a bathroom anywhere, if we wanted to do a dormer or anything like that, we're going to need to beef that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Or would it make a difference if we do like a tub versus just a shower?
It would a little bit.
Okay.
And it's going to depend on the specific spot.
Okay.
And what the bearing is. We know this space under that this is a clear span.
Right.
Over the living space.
Okay.
But there's a lot of walls scattered through here.
Okay.
Cut these spans down.
Right.
So like this hallway, if there's a bearing on these joists, if they're bearing on the hallway there and the hallway wall there, then we've got a really short span.
Right.
You know, we don't have that 13-foot span there. We've just got a 6-foot span.
Okay.
So that changes a lot of things. So
Okay.
it's going to be dependent upon the area we're talking about up here.
But it's doable,
Oh yeah.
not horrid expensive,
No.
not going to be prohibitively expensive. So, I mean, that sounds like we're a go.
Yeah.
So that means I guess I need to scan up here and ask Canvas to merge some more for me.
I probably need to talk about this if this is going to come out.
Okay.
Probably beefing up this support.
Yeah, that's not much
That
of a support.
We just got a little valley coming together.
Okay.
That's kind of hanging in space. It's supported back there, but if we take this out, we want to make sure that is supported adequately as well as over here on this side also.
Okay, so if we come under, I mean, I wouldn't want to leave that open. That needs a knee wall anyway. So if we connect something between here, we can catch that up in there.
Yeah, we can bring it out to here, or you can cantilever something out and catch it.
Okay.
Either way.
Perfect. Awesome. I'm excited. So we can do what we want to do. Yay, that's always a good thing. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Guess we got some designing and drawing to do, and then we'll let Morgan crunch his numbers and tell us what we can do, what we can't do. Yay.
Yeah, so
I'm back. We're talking about permitting and historical issues.
That's it. But the main part of the outside's going to be the same. So we would just.
Yeah, we're not touching a whole lot on the outside because it's pretty good as it is.
Yeah, I know the downtown area. I'm not sure how far it extends this way, but if this is included in that, I think you have to submit some plans to the downtown historical district, and what they issue is called a certificate of authorization to proceed with the work.
That's why they were checking around about that. That's fine. I need to connect with them anyway, so
yeah.
that's not a problem.
And some of the modifications on the outside, they're pretty particular about as far as changing the historic value of the structures.
Yeah.
The only thing on the front facade we really talked about was potentially bumping out that other window into a bay, possibly. Yeah. But anything that we would do would be in keeping with the overall style of the house. I don't think we have anything planned that they would not like.
I don't want to do a lot of stuff on the outside.
No.
Just add the windows to the side where you don't see necessarily from the street, but it wouldn't change the shape.
No, absolutely not. Everything we're doing is mostly just inside. And honestly, other than this becoming living space, that's a structural, I mean, that's kind of major. But as far as layout, we're not doing anything too invasive. So minor stuff kind of with the laundry room and master suite a little bit, but everything else is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and this, I'm not sure, like I said, this area may not even fall into that regulated area, so.
Okay.
Just something to
check.
make sure.
I'll check on all that
And when you
make sure they're good.
start your building permit process, I'd start that as soon as possible. Talk to the Richard Setian is over the building permitting as far as the inspections, but you have to talk to the planner, and she is familiar with the historical area and all those requirements, and that's Sarah Jondal.
Okay, perfect.
So I'd probably touch base with her, and she can kind of fill you in.
Okay,
Yeah.
we will do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
I think by the time we finish up with the outside stuff we want to do, after we start on the building permit stuff now, that would all kind of time itself the right way.
Yeah, that's perfect. It'll be after I get back from my trip before I can really dig in with plans, but I can touch base and make sure that I'm doing everything right on the front end before I actually start. So, perfect.
Early 1900s?
1930. We're debating whether this cabinet is original or not, like I showed you guys before, where this wall protrudes into the pathway from this door from the dining room, and it's just a little awkward. So we're debating whether we think it is original or not.
They added it at a later date.
Yeah.
All the finishes match perfect.
Yeah.
They could have just been really particular about matching that back banding.
Yeah. They did a really good job. But that being left like that just kind of makes me think, it's not exactly the trim, the way the trim doesn't match up.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
But they didn't transition it very well. That could be.
Is that actually... But I mean, I probably would have expected there'd be plinth blocks at the bottom of that. This is not normal to have that cut off like this, is it?
Yeah, they did it. Yeah, they just kind of tapered it in to get rid of that sharp edge.
Well,
They did it on both sides of that door.
yeah. But do you think there's any? I'm not getting y'all in it.
The trim around that is different than some of the other doors.
This kitchen was clearly remodeled at some point because this is obviously not original. So it makes me wonder if they messed with the trim as well.
I think, yeah, because the reveal on this isn't nearly as big as that, and that's why they trimmed those off. You see how
Is that sharper too?
see how it's got a butt, but the reveal there.
Yes.
You got 3/4 of an inch there.
Yes, and
you
that's
got
why that had to be trimmed.
3/8 or
Yes.
something.
Okay, that all makes sense. And all of this out here is, yeah, like that. So somebody really remodeled something in there.
Yeah.
Well, do you see any problem structurally though with if we do take this out? Okay,
That's not structural.
I didn't think it was any problem, but
The only thing we would want to look at is when you take it out, since this is an opening,
right?
there should be a header
Yes.
across the top up here
Okay,
and supported, and it's kind of that span. Those loads are going around it and down.
right.
So we need to look, if you take it out, we need to look to make sure that there's an adequate header in there for that span.
Okay.
Or would you just put a wall
What-
back?
We probably would just fill it in with the wall. I haven't really got that far yet.
If you want to open it up, that's whenever we need to kind of look at the headers and the train.
Okay.
loads all of it.
Now, we were wanting to open this up because I'm thinking, I mean, this era of a home, you wouldn't expect, totally open floor plan, and a formal dining room would be expected in a home this age. So I feel like this opening here is fine, but we might want to do a matching opening here. So I don't think that's anything bothersome, right?
No, we'll just have to look at it. I don't think there's any loads that we'll talk about that would be up here that we need to be concerned about.
Okay.
We're bearing, those trusses are the rafters on this wall.
Mm-hmm.
And that wall, there's really nothing up here. We could probably open that up with no work.
Okay. Okay, really good meeting with the engineer, really nice guy. We can do what we want to do up here with kind of minimal structural assistance. So that's really awesome. Now I need to scan the attic. I did not scan it before because I wasn't sure if we were going to be using it or not. So I'm going to go ahead and scan this with Canvas. I don't know how it's going to handle all of these rafters and stuff, but the Canvas team, I'm gonna let them work on combining this with the other one because they've shown me that they can merge existing stuff, and we'll get that done before I start doing too much with that model. So this will be perfect. I'm gonna scan and then get out of here because it's starting to get kind of warm up here. All right, so here's Jared. He is the owner of the Moon House, official moniker to be determined. So would you just tell us just a little bit about how you found this house and you decided to buy it?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So I'm from this area originally. I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma now, and was just online looking at various houses back this way because my family still lives here. I was just looking at an opportunity to buy a house that maybe would be a good purchase for an investment, or would be a good place for me to come stay when I'm in town. So still haven't really decided what we're going to do with it yet, but still working through that.
Yeah, so we got some really good news today with the structural engineer, so we can do what we want to do.
Yes,
Yay!
very excited. I want to give a big shout out to Morgan Barrett for coming out today and
Absolutely.
looking the house over, and he did a great job and gave us a lot of good information that we can use.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got all of our scans in the house, and the Canvas team has been awesome at merging things. So you guys know, can we add more? But wait, there's more. And so we're going to be kind of working with that model, and our big challenge is going to be the staircase. We've got a little bit of layout that we want to do, but George has been working really hard on the outside a lot. We've got to check some stuff with the historical commission. We've got to check some permitting stuff, but
Yeah, when we bought the house, it had been vacant for a long time, and the previous owner was a very prolific landscaper, and I'm sure the yard was beautiful. It was just overgrown. You can tell they've done a lot of work and put a lot of heart and soul into it. So we're taking everything down to the bare bones on the outsides, and then that way we can see and kind of focusing on that first while we get all the permitting and things like that in place. So
yeah.
got the crew, got my family here working today, cleaning out gutters and moving rocks and cutting down trees and stuff. So
Manual labor. I'll just show you guys the pond in the back because they've cleared it up and it is so pretty. So we'll have to check it out. See if it stays or if it doesn't stay. We don't know yet.
Still trying to decide. I think it's most likely going to stay. We after I got all the boards off from covering it and that kind of stuff, it looks really pretty. It still needs to get all the leaves and things like that out. But I actually think maybe there's a pump out there that would flow water through a stream down to the pond.
That would be so cool too. So
that would be, it'd be a really cool surprise.
Is there anything else about it that we think people might want to know? I gave everybody a good tour before, and now they've seen the attic. So,
So now it's just getting down to the work.
Yeah, we got to do some design work and do the boring part, the permitting and structural stuff. So, yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, so we'll check in later and join us for the next time. We'll see what's happening. We don't know. All right, bye.